Hi dear students, good morning. So now let us look forward for the rest of the idioms and phrases. So in the previous class we had a discussion that how the idioms are used and in what manner they are going to be used. So now in order to have an effective communication or a very good enhanced vocabulary, we need to have the proper knowledge of these idioms and phrases, where it is going to channelize our good communication. So, okay, in the previous classes, so I have already shown you, we were having a discussion on phrasal verbs, then again idioms. So I repeat once again, idioms and phrases are the words which give sense but not complete sense, which gives meaning but not complete meaning. And we have already seen that how it is giving the meaning and how these idioms and phrases are being used in the sense of the sentences, the completion of the sentences as well as the grammatical correct speaking way. Okay? So now we have discussed some of the examples that are being given in your streams, and on page 17 that you can see, and now on page 18 I am going to read some of the idioms and phrases that are given here. So before that, let me tell you how the formation of idioms and phrases made. So I told you verb plus preposition, noun plus preposition makes phrases, then adverb adjective plus preposition, adverb plus preposition makes idioms. So okay, and dear students, when we are going to discuss these separately, it means when we are going to have a verb or a noun or an adjective or an adverb, it has got a different meaning. When we are going to add these prepositions, whatever the prepositions are, single syllabic or double syllabic or trisyllabic or multisyllabic, whatever it is. So when they are going to be added, so the entire meaning of the verb plus preposition, noun plus preposition, adjective plus preposition and adverb plus preposition, the entire meaning changes, and we have looked some of the examples. So now let us come for the examples that are being given on page 18 in your streams. So read the examples of idioms given below. So now the meaning of the idiom is given, idiom. So the idiom and the meaning is given here. So the idiom, now let us see, to keep one's shirt on. What is that? You are going to take the shirt, keep somewhere, and on means what? Shirt is something electronic thing, so that you are going to on the switch and off the switch. No dear. Then what it is? To keep one's shirt on means to have control, to be under control, to control one's temper. What to control? What you are going to control? Temper. We are going to control our anger, our wrath, the temper we are going to control. That's the meaning. To be under one's thumb. So, like a scorpion. Okay. To be under one's thumb means what? To be under one's thumb. You might have seen some of the people, those who have got dominating nature. So, they always want the people to be under their control. For that, we can make use of, so that person always wants to be us under his thumb. This way of speaking. So now, to be under one's thumb, to be under someone's complete control. That is the meaning. To be under one's thumb. So you always, some of your friends want to be always under their thumb. Means dominate. It's the simple way of telling is to be under one's control. To have a swollen head. To have a swollen head. How a swollen head? Means what? If the head is getting swell and we are going to know some kind of disease is been, the person is acquainted with some kind of disease, and so that is, see how nice and how funny it appears to be, but has got that much the deeper meaning. And now, to have a swollen head, to admire oneself greatly. To have a swollen head, to admire oneself greatly. Something. So here, if we consider the meaning as boasting, that is different here. Boasting is different. Touching their own feet, I mean appreciating oneself in such a way. But here, the meaning to have a swollen head means, of course it is giving a negative meaning only. Negative in sense what? The person, if the human being is having any kind of good characters or some kind of nature which is very human, then somebody can appreciate. Then it is no swollen head. But when the person is going to appreciate themselves, when they are going to touch their own feet, okay, that is called as to have a swollen head. Always that person has got a swollen head. It means appreciating oneself. That is the meaning. It means to admire oneself very greatly. So I am the great, nobody else. So okay. To blow one's own trumpet, to praise oneself. Again the same meaning. So here very negative, very grave negative we can say. To blow one's own trumpet means always blowing one's own trumpet, always appreciating. How can this be? The previous meaning what I told you also gives the same sense. It means touching one's feet. Now this is also the same way. Of course same way, but slight change you can have. To blow one's own trumpet means here the previous meaning to have a swollen head. For any instance we can say I know that very well. I am the one who has told. So this is one thing, the previous meaning. But for this, to blow one's own trumpet is of course related to previous meaning, but how it is related, in what sense it is related, means always appreciating. Always, whatever you speak, your friend is speaking to you, saying that, see, I know that work very well, I can do that, I am talented in that. So what the other friend is going to say, no, I know very well. I am the one who will always win. So that. Again, if another friend is saying, see, this is how I have done the work. So really, I never thought that I am going to do. Then what that same fellow will speak? Oh, this is so silly. I am always first in that. So that is always appreciating, praising oneself. Okay? That is also to blow one's own trumpet. To be hand in glove with means to engage in wrongdoing. To be hand in glove with means doing something. If bare hands, if we keep the hands inside, it means nothing is seen. Means what? When the person is going to do something wrong, he is not going to exhibit and say, see, this is the work I am doing. He is going to do secretly, he or she, whosoever they are going to do secretly. That is to be hand in glove with, to be in a soup. So how? Bread is very nice. Okay, bread means not any chapati, or I am referring to the loaf of bread. So if that bread is made into pieces and put in a soup, so that it has lost its elasticity, and it can, means what it is, it was a loaf and it was put to pieces and put inside, and it will be selling, and that somebody will take and soup it. Okay, to be means trouble. To To be in a soup means to be in trouble. To know A to Z of. To know everything about a subject. To know A to Z. Having hold on a subject. So if suppose I am teaching English, of course I will be having hold to certain extent. So okay. But I cannot say I am the exponent of English. I cannot say at all. It is whole and soul 100% wrong on my part. Why? Because I will be knowing some of the major things related to this point of view. I may not be knowing some of the things. Then if I say like this, I know A to Z of English. No, not at all. So I need to understand. Of course, I will be knowing from the subject point of view, from the given text, the content point of view. I cannot go beyond that. I cannot be called as an exponent. So that it means to be A to Z of means to know everything about a subject. When I am going to teach this, the content, then if I say I know A to Z of this thing, so that will be right. If I say I know A to Z of English, then it is wrong on my part. So, okay? To go on a wild goose chase, to be a part of vague activity, uncertain, vague activity, uncertain activity, untold activities, untold miseries. To go on a wild goose chase means, if we say in Hindi, बैल मुझे मार. It means what? बैल मुझे मार. Means we are entangling ourselves into the activity. We are roping ourselves into the difficulty. We are inviting the troubles to come. We know it is troublesome, yet we are doing that. So that to go on a wild goose chase, we know we are going to fall. We are walking on an edge, on something, on an edge, very sharp. We know we are going to fall, yet we do that. So talent is different. This is different. To go on a wild goose chase, to be a part of vague activity. So uncertain activity. Vague means uncertain here. To leave no stone unturned, to explore every alternative means every problem has got a solution. The thing is, the man has to excavate, he or she has to explore, then only we are going to reach to certain extent. To leave no stone unturned. To leave no stone unturned. You have done the English exam. You are going to do the English exam in your near future without leaving a stone. No stone unturned. Means what? You are going to do whatever given up to the mark. That is the meaning. To leave no stone unturned, to explore every alternative. So here, I am going to close this chapter now. And of course, there are many things we can discuss. And let us go from the question point of view. So I have already told you that we are going to have these expressions on question number 29. Question number 29. So let me write one example. From your question paper point of view, you have got question number 29. Question number 29. Okay? This question number 29 carries 2 marks. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. It means each question carries, each dash carries 1 mark. So now let us, in this way they are going to give you turn a deaf ear. Turn a deaf ear. Ear. Okay. To come off. To come off. As a part of. As a part. Let us write here isolation. In isolation. As a part of. As a part we can't say. When we are going to add this, a part it becomes. We are going to say as a part of. So the pronunciation is a part of. So now, sing. Turn a deaf ear. not paying any attention to somebody, not listening to them, what they are saying. So that is it. To come off means to come out of the situation, whatever the situation, as a part of something. So your education, test or examinations are a part of, integral part of education system. So okay. Now that can be the meaning there. So let us see. Sheila Rani Chunkar. Sheila Rani Chunkar. Sheila Rani Chunkar included mobility, dash the literacy, drive. Literacy drive. The neo-cyclist. Neo-cyclist dash to the hostile remarks. From some men. So, okay. Now, dear students, let us read the example very carefully. Sheila Rani Chunkar. And one more point. Yes, let me finish now itself. So, these extracts, these lines, they will be asked to you from your lessons. Either of the lessons, whatever the lessons are. Sometimes, very rarely, unfamiliarly also they may ask. Or from the old syllabus also they may ask. Be careful. They are going to usually ask you from your lessons. The lines that will be asked you from your lessons, from the old question papers, means previous question papers, or sometimes unfamiliar, very rarely unfamiliar. Means from the old syllabus or something other than that. Okay. Now let us concentrate. So this lesson is there for this year to you people. From that lesson they have taken. Sheila Rani Chunkar included mobility. So moving. Okay. Moving means, mobility means not mobile. Moving, mobility means what? Moving. To and fro. Okay. Going here and there. Maybe with the vehicles, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, whatever it is. Here they are talking about cycle. So included mobility, dash the literacy drive. Literacy, illiteracy which is uneducated, literacy which is educated. So literacy drive. Now drive, the neo-cyclist dash to the hostile remarks, sarcastic remarks, the bad remarks. Hostile remarks means the sarcastic remarks from someone. So what happened here? I will give you the hint. In this lesson, the women from the rural areas, they are going to use cycle for their business. So that is there in the lesson. Later you will know that. When the rural women used cycle, some of the men, also some of the other people, they passed some hostile remarks, some sarcastic remarks, some bad comments they passed on them. Okay? Now remember, Sheila Rani Chunkar, who was one of the district heads or something, it will come in the lesson. What she says, she included mobility. So taking cycle and using for their business, of course, is also a part of education, she says. Literacy, right? No, see. Sheila Rani Chunkar included mobility. Turn a deaf ear, you can't use the appropriate word, so this cannot be the answer. To come off the literacy drive as a part, you can't use literacy drive. Education is not something which is putting you in trouble. It is that which is giving you knowledge, which is giving you your bread. It is also a bread earner, we can say. So here we can't use even this also. The exact answer is as a part of. So it means Sheila Rani Chunkar included mobility as a part of. The literacy drive. when those bad comments were passed by the people, what did the other people do? What did this woman do? They did not pay any heed attention to those fellows. They just underestimated them. They went off. So that answer is turn a deaf ear. Turn a deaf ear. So this is the answer, and this is how you have to write. Now you see, if you are doing Sheila Rani Shankar included mobility as a part of the literacy drive, the new cyclist turned a deaf ear to the hostile remarks from someone. So then you are sure you have 2 marks in your pocket already. So it means what? You are going to do. Then how to write exactly? Still we are going to have another part of this same topic in the next class. Okay? Now let us see this. See, when you are, let me tell you blindly, this is not the method, dear students. Okay? This is not the method at all, but to craft you properly. To craft you all properly, I am just showing the blind method. See, now what you will do? You are going to add, you know the meaning. You are going to place the, means don't write and again scratch, write and scratch. Just see that, read with this, then read with this, then read with that. So you will know that which is appropriate, you have to write. And the same with the second dash. So dear students, now we are going to, you are going to have the question number 29 in your question booklet. So that will be asked for 2 marks. What will be the question? I will tell you now, because I have not written the question there purposely, so that I will make you understand here. Fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate expression. These are the expressions, means these are the idioms and phrases. Fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate expressions given in the bracket. So what you will be doing, you are going to read that properly and you are going to do that properly and you are going to score very good marks in grammar. So now dear students, let me stop here for this topic, and in the next class let me continue with the topic. Hope this topic will be last tomorrow, so that we are going to start a poem, a fresh one. So now let us put an end to the class and let us be fresh and cheerful in the next class. Till then, take care and be careful.